Hello. How is everybody? How is this full lunar eclipse energy handling in your life? It's going pretty well for me. Sagittarius, so I'm really kind of rolling with this energy. My Chiron is in Gemini, so I'm definitely having my energy pulled towards my core wounds, and more of those shadow layers kind of coming off and understanding a little bit more of why I've experienced what I've experienced in life and how to heal through that, and then in turn be able to help others, right? Um, a lot of that energy for me shows up in relationships. With my Chiron wound, I have a difficult time with being understood, which you can see, right? Because a lot of times I have a hard time really putting a finger on how to relay the words that are coming through, whether it's from my own heart, from guidance, something that's channeled, whatever. I can struggle there sometimes, which is funny because I'm alone. Like, I understand my thoughts perfectly clear, but getting somebody else to understand them, not always so clear. And then you come off as either not knowing what you're talking about or ungrounded or some shade of crazy. That's a fun place to be in. So then beyond that has been really, there's shades of judgment that come in. You perceive judgment from people, and mainly and namely for your beliefs with where I have my Chiron Gemini placement, which is very true for my life. I am the only person in my family who really has the belief set that I do. I'm the only person who has gone through a massive spiritual awakening in the way that I have. Oh, there's a kitty. What up, buddy? Okay. Um, so, as I've said in my previous videos, my journey's really kind of been lonely in terms of, feeling not even just surrounded, but accompanied by people who really kind of understand things in the way that I do. And even that's not to say that my way is the way. One, I'm a baby. I'm forever growing and learning new things about myself and about my spiritual beliefs and about, um, you know, how I understand the universe and life to work. But, within that, we're all just aspects of one source of energy, of one God, of the universe, however your ideology is named. And we're all just having our own separate experience of that collective energy. So I'm not going to have the same experience as any life partner I could have been with, or as my children will as they grow, or as family, or as friends. And that's good because that's where we are challenged to learn and to grow. We see these mirrored aspects of ourselves and our beliefs and these triggers within other people that really give us the opportunity to sit there and look and go, okay, so if this is evoking this emotion in me, why? Or if I have this thought, this judgment, this preconceived notion about this thing, why? And really working through that. And once we name the demon, like I believe that there's something in the Bible about, how once a demon has been named, it no longer has power over you. And that's certainly something that I follow in my own life, in my own practice, is once you're able to put a name to that thing that that you perceive as a negative, or that is a trigger, or that has held you back, it doesn't hold the power over you anymore. You're much more easily able to see it when it pops up and say, I know you, and you don't control me anymore. You're not a part of my existence in that way. So working past those judgments has been big for me. And some of those judgments they're not even real. I mean, no one's judgment is real, but there's there's something to be said for where my Chiron is, that I often feel judged by people who probably aren't judging me. But that's that wound. And really, when I go deep, it's my own self judgment. It's where I have felt like I've come short, or where I have disappointed myself. And I then um, project that judgment onto other people. People who have a true judgment about me or something I'm doing or whatnot that I know isn't true, it doesn't bother me. It rolls right off. It's shielded away. So I know when it's something that hasn't sat right with my soul that I'm projecting on somebody else, when it does trigger, when it does make my stomach go, or when I have a little bit of angst about it. Um, my throat is a little bit raspy. I'm definitely having some shifts going on there, which makes sense with the Gemini moon. That's all communication. Um, I really just wanted to kind of talk while I ground myself in this energy. I'm going to pull cards. I've had a lot of um, just messages coming through. I went camping over the weekend. Went down to the Keys. Sunday was my birthday, so that was kind of a fun celebration. Be out on the boat. Tried to find lobsters. That was a fail. Found lobsters in people's lobster traps, which I hate. I kind of wanted to set them free, but that also feels like bad karma. But so does letting something just be sitting there trapped. That's a real conundrum to be in. That was a good time. But before we left, I went to draw some cards for a reading, and the energy was really, really heavy. Um, it was an energy that I've never read into before, and it definitely kind of off-kiltered me. But these cards that came through were for somebody who's in an abusive situation. I felt like verbal abuse, and it felt like the attacks come on who you are, which might have been the whole reason for this beginning talk, now that I'm thinking about it. I don't know that the judgment of who you are is based on a belief mindset for your spirituality or your sexuality or how you identify. Um, but definitely it is a source of prodding for emotional pain. It's a button that gets pushed um, purely for the intention of hurting you. That's not okay. I can't offer advice for how to remove yourself from a situation, especially if it's something like a parent and you have to be in that home because you don't have somewhere else to go. Um, this might not even be something that is so bad that it would warrant you needing to leave a situation. This didn't feel physically abusive. This felt like a lot of what I was just talking about. Somebody else with their own judgments about themselves, probably not having done in life what they wish that they could have done. And when you stand up in your braveness and say, I am this is who I really am, probably that's a really big trigger for that person because they didn't have that strength in them to say, I'm not this person that I've been, and this is actually who I am, or I'm going to go discover who I am. So that gets projected onto you. And I know that that is so, so very painful, and that doesn't make what this person is doing okay. But I am hopeful that at least it is helpful for you in those moments to kind of shield up away from those attacks and to say, I don't have to let this hurt me anymore because now I've named it. And now that I know what this is, it doesn't have power over me. To this person, my heart has been with you all weekend. I have constantly been pulled back into your energy, and I've been working to do some energy work and help shift some things. And I hope that that energy has been allowed in, so that help can come and be anchored. Um, if there's somebody around you who can help you, definitely reach out to that person. Find your support people who align with your happiness. You don't have to have your beliefs and your ideals, but if they hold your happiness in their heart, those are the people that you should be surrounding yourself with and gaining support from. Let them be your safe harbor. Um, I really, really, really hope that that helps. So I'm going to pause this, start this one on the upload, and then we'll pull some cards for a new energy. Maybe talk a bit about some of the other things that came through and were channeled. Okay, we'll see you all soon.